What if the key to untold power came at the cost of your soul? In the world of Naruto, few abilities are as feared and misunderstood as the curse marks. There are these dark seals that unlock monstrous strength in some cases, but they leave behind a trail of corruption, pain, and servitude. In today's newest Naruto Explained video, we're going to be taking a deep dive into the forbidden world of curse marks, explaining what they are, how they work, their many variations, and the real-world religious inspirations from Buddhism and Shintoism that will surprise you if you're an anime-only fan of Naruto. Whether you're a Sasuke fan, you're a lore nerd like me, or you just love dark powers, buckle up because this is Naruto like you've never seen it before. And also, due to the sheer number of types of curse marks that exist, we're going to be saving breaking down every type of curse mark for a future video. That way we can do them all in detail. So first we have to start with, what are curse marks in general? So in the Naruto world, a curse mark, or more accurately, a curse seal, is a forbidden jutsu developed by Orochimaru as well as other shinobi. These seals, they are forcibly applied, often through a painful ritual or a bite, and they serve both as a power-up in some cases, and in other cases, they can serve as a teether, or they can serve as a protection to, say, a clan secret. Think of it like a parasitic mark in some cases. It feeds on the user's chakra. It amplifies it immensely, but what's the catch? So the more you use it, in the case of Orochimaru's curse marks, the deeper the influence a curse mark has, and it is a power that comes at a price. Think back to how much you saw Sasuke suffering in Naruto Part 1. When activated, Orochimaru's curse seals, they draw on Senjutsu chakra, a nature-based energy similar to what Jiraiya and Naruto tap into with Sage Mode. However, it's more used here in terms of a impure and unstable form. It amplifies aggression and emotion. Now, there are different types of curse marks that exist in Naruto. We're going to start with the ones that Orochimaru has. First, you have the curse seal of heaven, which Sasuke possesses. So the appearance is very similar to the 3-tomo marks that you see in, say, the Sharingan eyes that's on Sasuke's neck. When you get into stage 2, you get the black skin and you get the hand-shaped wings. The boost that you get is it increases chakra speed and access to the dark chakra. The symbolism is that heaven refers to mental and spiritual domination. Orochimaru's grip is basically over Sasuke's soul at this point, and it's also fitting that Sasuke got that curse seal of heaven, given that heaven refers to mental energy, and the Uchiha clan are a clan that specialize in mental energy, better known as Yin chakra. Then when you get to the curse seal of earth, that's what Kimimaro has, and with the appearance on that, you have the swirling marks. In the stage 2, you get the dinosaur-like mutation with the bones that Kimimaro possesses. That's on top of his own Kekkei Genkai. The boost that you get is durability and a monster increase in power. The symbolism, earth reflects physical domination, binding the body. Very fitting again for Kimimaro, because Kimimaru's Kekkei Genkai is something that is very strongly related to Yang chakra. Then you got other unique curse seals that Orochimaru has created. So you see this with Kidomaru, Sakan and Udon, Jirobo, and Tayuya. Each of those have custom markings and powers that are tailored to the host abilities. All share two forms: the initial activation, where you see the curse mark and it's spreading across the body, and then it has the level 2 transformation that's a full demonic mutation. As is the case with all the curse marks, when you go into the curse mark second state, you get a 10 times multiplier over your base. These transformations, they all resemble Oni, which are demons in Japanese folklore and religion, but we'll touch on that later because that's very important, and it should change how you view these characters when you go back and rewatch Naruto. So in terms of the benefits and dangers, you might be asking, why would anyone accept a curse mark? The simple answer is power. The benefits are you get that massive chakra amplification we spoke on earlier. You get a partial access to Senjutsu without any type of training. You get physical transformation that enhances speed, strength, and defense, and it also gives a boost that is high enough that it basically unlocks your dormant potential you haven't tapped into, or at least a fraction of the dormant potential you haven't tapped into. Now, in terms of dangers, with Orochimaru's seals, they kind of come big, so you lose control to Orochimaru's influence at a certain point. We saw that with Sasuke when his chakra dropped too low and Orochimaru popped up in order to fight against Itachi. Then you have physical damage and also the potential for a shortened lifespan. You also have mental corruption and pain. You also have a path of villainy because Sasuke was struggling with the emotions because the curse mark itself played and fed on Sasuke's emotions. It's almost like a drug when you think of it in that line of thought. In many ways, the curse mark, it acts as a dark mirror to the tailed beast in terms of power you didn't earn, and it's a power that in a way has a mind of its own. Now, in terms of religious inspirations, they are plentiful, and this is where we really have to talk about where the idea for curse marks came from, because the curse marks are more than just edgy tattoos. You have a lot of Buddhism influence here, in particular when it comes to desire and suffering. In Buddhism, attachment to desire, like Sasuke's lust for revenge and power, that leads to suffering, and that explains why Sasuke, after getting the curse mark, was in visible pain at times. And the curse mark, it embodies that. The more power you get, the more pain that you have, even if that pain is not physically shown to the readers. Then you also have samsara, which is the cycle of rebirth. Orochimaru, he wants immortality by transferring his soul into new bodies. It is a twisted version of reincarnation. The curse mark in so many ways is basically his meal ticket to achieving that. Also, the curse mark, to a certain extent, you could look at this and view this as being a loss of self, because the advanced curse mark state, in a way, due to the transformation you're undergoing physically, it's losing the identity of oneself. It mirrors the Buddhist idea of ego being dissolved in the wrong way, and that mirrors the demon-like appearance that you see the characters undertake. Now, when it comes to Shinto influence, that's where we have to start looking at impurity. Curse marks are an impure stain on the soul. In Shinto, spiritual pollution can lead to possession or misfortune, just like Orochimaru possessing hosts. Then when you get into the Oni and the yokai imagery, each of these curse mark second states that you see the characters with, the monstrous second state forms, you have the horns and the wings and the claws, they're all inspired by Japanese folklore demons known for their strength and their chaos. Then when you get into the concept of seals and talismans, in traditional Shinto, they use paper seals in order to bind spirits. Orochimaru corrupts this idea to bind souls to his control. In conclusion, curse marks in Naruto, they aren't just power-ups, they're psychological symbols. They reflect how desire, pain, and trauma, they can be manipulated, especially in young shinobi searching for a meaning, or in the case of Sasuke, searching for revenge, or in the case of some of these sound ninja that Orochimaru gave those curse marks to, or best example being Anko, searching for a place of belonging. Anko was looking for belonging when she was working on Orochimaru as her Jonin sensei being Orochimaru. Sasuke's arc with the curse mark seal, it mirrors a classic tale, a tragic hero tempted by darkness who must eventually overcome his own demons, which he does. And by rejecting Orochimaru's curse mark later in the series, with an additional push by Itachi, who flat out removes Orochimaru's essence from Sasuke, Sasuke doesn't just escape control. He, in essence, is getting purified by his brother Itachi. That should make that scene where Itachi uses the Tosca blade hit a lot differently now. In the end, curse marks, they remind us that strength without discipline, it is chaos. And freedom often comes at the cost of facing your darkest self. So what do you think about curse marks? Are they the most dangerous power-up in Naruto, or are they a necessary evil for characters like Sasuke to ultimately grow? Obviously, if you enjoyed this deep dive into the lore, hit that like button and subscribe for more anime breakdowns, and let me know in the comment section which of the curse seals are your favorite and which power-up you want us to explore more in a future video. In the meantime, click here on the left to check out more videos from Naruto Explained, click here up top to check out videos from my One Piece channel, or click here on the right to check out videos from my Anime Explained channel, where I talk about series that aren't Naruto or One Piece.